My phone rang in the middle of my shift. A cop on the line said, "Sir, you better come home. Your wife's new boyfriend is with your daughter." I rushed home, and what I saw made me pull out my gun in silence. My phone rang at 2:14 p.m., mid-shift. I was elbow-deep in engine grease, the throb of machinery steady in my ears. The name on the screen didn't register, unknown number. But something in me answered anyway. "Mr. Halden?" A man's voice. Calm. Too calm. "This is Officer Grant. Listen, sir, you need to come home." A pause. Then the words, "Your wife's new boyfriend is with your daughter. I can't say more over the line, but you'll see for yourself." Click. No static, no goodbye. Just silence. My body moved before my mind did. Keys, jacket, blood humming like an engine set too high. The drive was 20 minutes. I made it in 12. I remember the roads as a blur. I remember my hands on the wheel, tight, white, trembling, but not from fear. I wasn't scared. I was already unraveling. The house looked normal. That's what unnerved me. No sirens, no screams, no sign of a stranger. Just the wind brushing past the curtains I never closed. I stepped inside. Shoes on, I didn't care. I expected chaos. I expected blood or a fight. But it was quiet. The kind of quiet that isn't empty. The kind that holds a secret. Then I saw it. A pink stuffed bunny on the floor. My daughter's. And next to it, a leather wallet. Not mine. Inside, a driver's license. James Porter, age 29. A face I didn't recognize. But the next thing I found, I did recognize. A photo. Tucked behind the ID. Him. Her. My wife. Smiling. Relaxed. His hand wrapped around her waist like it belonged there. My throat closed. Like someone had reached inside me and clenched. I stood there for minutes, staring. I didn't call out. I didn't scream her name. I turned, walked upstairs. Her bedroom door was cracked open. Laughter, my daughter's, innocent, and his voice reading, a bedtime story. I didn't storm in. I didn't drag him out by the collar. I watched, from the hallway. He was sitting cross-legged on the floor. My daughter curled beside him, a book in his hand. He didn't see me. She called him Jay. Not uncle, not mommy's friend, just Jay. I went back downstairs. Every breath was precise, measured. I needed truth, not noise, not emotion. That night, after they were asleep, I placed a small recorder under the couch. The next day, I mirrored my wife's phone, and the day after that, I ran a background check. James Porter, former bartender, arrested once for assault. No record of employment in the past 6 months. My wife had told me she was working late. Turns out, she wasn't working at all. Receipts showed hotel bookings, expensive ones, under aliases, multiple. DNA test. I swabbed my daughter's cheek while she napped. My hands didn't shake. Not then. I waited. 4 days. 4 days of fake smiles, pretend dinners. 4 days of her texting him from the bathroom, thinking I didn't know. 4 days of playing the fool. The results arrived on a Thursday morning. Brown envelope. Cold words. Probability of paternity, 0%. 0. Not mine. All this time, the bedtime stories, the laughter, the baby teeth I saved in a jar, not mine. I sat at the table, waited for her to come home. She walked in humming, grocery bags in hand. I slid the envelope across the table, said nothing. She opened it, read it. The color drained from her face. She tried to speak. I raised my hand. One finger. Silence. I leaned in. "Who else knows?" I asked. Cold, controlled. Her lips trembled. "No one." I nodded. "Good." I stood, walked away. Let her sit with the truth. Let her feel it. The next evening, I invited them both to dinner. Yes, him too. She wore makeup she hadn't worn for me in months. He shook my hand with a stupid smile. I said nothing, just poured the wine. Halfway through the meal, I pulled out the second envelope. Thicker. Recordings, photos, hotel logs, text transcripts. I slid it to James. Thought you'd want to know what she says about you when you're not around. He blinked. Looked at her. Then me. Then back at her. She reached for the folder. I stopped her hand. No, I said. To him. James opened it. Read. The silence grew teeth. He pushed back his chair, stood up. You used me, he muttered. His voice cracked. I looked at her, then at him. You deserve each other. I stood, picked up my coat, paused, turned to him. She lied about the child. She'll lie about you next. To her, I was your stability. He was your distraction. Now, you have nothing real. I walked out. I didn't take the gun that night. Never needed it. Silence was sharper, colder, more final. I left the papers on the table, took my name off the birth certificate the next week, changed the locks, canceled her cards. I didn't explain anything to my friends. Didn't need to. The truth had a voice now. And it spoke loud enough without mine. I moved into a smaller place. No pink toys, no photos, just peace. Not the kind that comes with time, the kind that comes with clarity. Some people fear the end. Me? I welcomed it, because endings tell you who people really were.